Hey sports fans, welcome back to the Fool Show. Thanks for stopping by. Just going to give a few thoughts on Michigan versus Indiana. You can see, maybe you can see every so often, you got my little cat here. So, he might meow and stuff, so it is what it is. Talking about Michigan's win 39-14. Talk about a turnabout, right? Michigan gave up a touchdown on the first drive, was down 14-7 basically at the start of the second quarter. And then the defense just got to work. Three and out. And Michigan was just able to, again, to keep the momentum going in the passing game. Patterson, 5 touchdowns today, 4 touchdowns last week. Yeah, he's looking good. The wide receivers are getting open. Nico Collins, I think he had 5 catches, almost 170 yards, 3 touchdowns. Man, you just hit him in stride like that. It was so nice to see him, get hit in stride by Patterson. This makes one guy miss. Poor angle on the tackle, and boom, he's gone. The deep ball was working really well. Again, Collins, he drew another pass interference. He's just so good at that. They just, the guys have a hard time covering him. Then if they double him, hit Peoples-Jones for a touchdown. If they're being covered, you throw to, Tariq Black. It's just, I do notice Black and Patterson just are not quite on the same page. Patterson tries to hit Black, and it just isn't quite there. And hopefully they can get that figured out by next week, but who knows. Anyways, I gotta say, I was totally laughing. I'm a Michigan fan, but I'm a realistic Michigan fan. I was totally laughing when Harbaugh came out and said that the offense was close, right? I'm like, Michigan was looking like nothing great. I think you might have said that after the Iowa game, 10-3 win. He said the offense was close. It's like, no, like I laughed. I'm like, really? I sent an email to my buddies like, did you see what he said? And then, my buddy sent it back to me. It's like, whoa, and I had to admit that did not age well, right? So the coaches knew what it was. The offense was close, and now you can see it. And honestly, this team should be a passing team. When you got those 3 stud wide receivers anyways, you should be a passing team. Now, again, very happy to have this win, keep the win streak going against good old Indiana. For what it's worth, I thought this was the classic trap game. Michigan State last week, Ohio State next week, and you got to play a 7-3 Indiana at Indiana. What a trap game, right? And you could kind of see it for the first quarter. It was a trap game. But man, Michigan settled down defensively, outscored them, like 32-7 the rest of the way. I got to admit, I like that trick play. I wish ESPN would have showed a replay of it. Again, ESPN is okay. I don't really like any coverage. Fox I don't really like ESPN. So I don't know what I'm expecting. But overall, I just got to say, the reffing crew was pitiful today. Like, the head ref screwed up so many times, saying the penalties were accepted when they're declined, saying it was the pass interference against Hill, but the guy caught the ball. The refs were just, laughable. And that's just what it is in the Big Ten. You're just going to get poor reffing in the Big Ten. That's just what it is. Just poor reffing. No doubt, I'm expecting poor reffing next week. Of course, I'm that Michigan fan, I'll be honest. The 2016 game where you had some questionable calls in Ohio State. But if you're the Big Ten, do you want undefeated Ohio State going into the Big Ten title game, or a one-loss Ohio State team going into the Big Ten title game? You're going to want the undefeated one. It looks better, right? You want to have an undefeated Big Ten title winner. Obviously, if they play Minnesota or Iowa. So, I'm expecting the refs to be a little biased, but of course, I'm looking at it through my Michigan fan glasses, right? Great win. I don't think I'm going to do a preview of Ohio State. Ohio State's just unbelievably talented. Defensively, they're number 1. Offensively, they're number 1. So, I'm realistic. Please, I'm a realistic Michigan fan. I don't see Michigan winning this game. I'm realistic. Michigan's good. Ohio State is great. I don't see Michigan winning this game. But you know what? That's why they play the games, right? Just in my own lifetime, that's why you play the game. App State, right? One of the biggest upsets in football history. I was at that game. Woo! I was. I mean, what? So that's why you play the game. You never know what's going to happen. Like I said, I do not expect Michigan to win, but I hope it's going to be an entertaining game. I have a little hope because Michigan's offense is looking great, but Ohio State is a juggernaut right now. And you know what? You're going to have Ryan Day trying to get them ready, and you're going to have Urban Meyer. He's going to be there doing the Fox broadcast. I'm telling you what, I guarantee Urban Meyer is going to slide in, give Ryan Day a phone call. He's going to slide into the locker room, give him a pep talk and all that. Would you expect anything less of Urban Meyer? No. I'm not saying he shouldn't. I'm just saying he's going to do it, and it's going to help Ohio State, and that's fine. So, I mean, again, that's going to give an advantage to them. He is a great coach, X and O's. He knows what he's doing. It's watching his breakdown of stuff. It's like, man, that's just really good analysis. He knows what he's talking about. So, Michigan won. Great comeback. But move on to the next. The game. We'll see how it goes, man. Like I said, I'm not expecting to win. But you know what? When this week comes around, it's a lot of fun. Two really good programs. Obviously, Ohio State's had the domination the last 15, 20 years, whatever it's been now. Only like one Michigan win in there, and that was against Fickle. So, I'm not expecting a win. But, you know, I hope it's going to be a competitive game. It'll be fun. Hey, I appreciate you guys watching. You know, little Leo's not happy with me. Probably talking too loud for him. Appreciate you guys watching. What do you take away from the game? What do you think about the game? Do you think Michigan has a puncher's chance in it or not? I don't know. He does not like being loud. All right. Thanks as always. Put the comments in there. I'll try to respond as I can. And as always, go blue, and we'll see what happens next week in Ann Arbor.